Hello there everybody and welcome to a breakdown of the legendary Brick Legacy's Ninja's Crystal League. This stop motion movie is 1 hour long and is a sequel to his previous movie Ninjago v Batman. So without any further ado, let's get into it. Please enjoy this video and maybe consider liking and subscribing. Enough of self-promo, let's get into it. So here when the warden is talking to Kai, we see Ronan standing in the background, which is later referenced by Dareth.
Why are you here?
Oh, I need more trophies for my dojo, so I need to ask Ronan if I can take some.
And here in this scene, even though we only saw a hand here in the reflection, we do see a robot-shaped figure which tells us that it is Cyborg. In the intro, we see Nia is fighting Wonder Woman, Zane is fighting Flash, and Lloyd is fighting Batman. With that, at the end of the intro, we see 3 mother boxes, which tells us beforehand what is about to happen. Here in the opening scene, we see a blue character who looks just like Jay and is in a Mario-like world. Later, Jay gives a reference to Smash Bros.
So, Smash Bros anyone?
And on top, we see a person who looks awfully similar to Brick Legacy's Sig Fig. Here we see Wonder Woman, and it can be known from her costume and her hair. Here we see a badge to weaken, which is a reference to his previous banger, Ninjago v Batman. And in this scene, on the TV screen, we see photos of 3 people. One of them is clearly Spider-Man, but the other 2 seem to be researchers or scientists of some sort. Here we see another cameo of Brick Legacy. At this point, he is basically Stan Lee of his crossover series. Here we see another cameo of I think Lego Brick Studios. Here this text written in Ninjago language translates to shop. Unfortunately, this text was unreadable. We also see a UFO poster here. And on this person's t-shirt, we see a Batman logo. Here we see a cameo of Khan. So many Easter eggs in a matter of few seconds. Amazing work, Brick Legacy. Based on this scene, a short was published by Brick Legacy Ninja, which is an extremely funny short. Check it out.
So, you have a movie idea for me? Yes, sir, I kind of do. Kind of? Well, I was pitching a commercial to the people at Lego and they were like, this is kinda long, so I was like, maybe it could be a movie. So your movie idea is just a really long commercial for Lego? Right, we make an extended commercial and call that a movie. It'd be super easy, barely an inconvenience. Don't get me wrong, I love product placements, but usually we try to be a little subtle about it. Well, I figured maybe if the entire movie is one big product placement, then maybe people will forget that we're trying to sell them toys. Oh, that's kind of evil. Maybe, but if it works, we're gonna make a ton of money. Oh, making money is tight. Hail Satan. What?
Here we see another cameo of N Studios. And here we see Sonic playing his own game. Isn't that so funny? Here we see a ring power-up being thrown at Superman. And here we see a poster, which when translated, says Mega Monster Park. We also see this, which shows 99 missed calls from E. Brock. And in case you didn't know, E. Brock is Eddie Brock, who is Venom's name. Here we see a few blueprints and I'm not able to understand what the first one is, but the second one is for a satellite and the third one consists of 2 images. One of them is a duck and as you can see, the second one seems to be a person with a tall hat. Finally, the last one is a boat of some sort. Here, even before Kai mentions, we can still see the stud on Superman's left leg as seen here. Here we see some text which reads Borg Tower. Later, Kai also confirms this.
Hold on, how did you get free?
Batman rescued me from Borg Tower.
Here we see some text near Cole which reads Street Ninja. Here we see a poster of Ronin and a group photo of Jay, Cole and Kai. Here we see a few alert signs for Pythor and an android. The Ninjago text when translated reads alert. Here we see another screen which has Batman's song playlist. That's a funny little Easter egg, I must say so myself. Here during this bike chase scene, we see a help poster and here we see a surfing safety poster which reads shark. Here this probably means to be aware of sharks in the surfing area. This may be a reference to Kai later being attacked by sharks during the fight with Aquaman. Here we see many screens that have a number of Easter eggs and details. I wasn't able to understand all of them, so whichever ones I miss out, be sure to comment it. There's a screen for a gun, something related to heart like a heart rate meter, a bar chart, a stocks chart, something related to Batman's helmet and a few others which I couldn't identify. Here when we see Flash raising up his hand, we see motion blur, which just shows how much Brick Legacy works on making the best movies for us. Also, since most of these scenes here have been fight scenes, I wasn't able to find that many Easter eggs. Here we see some text on Wu's back which reads Master. Here we see a figurine of Iron Man? What is he doing here? Here we see more references to Marvel and some blades that was seen in the Master of the Mountain season, the one with Cole. Here we see more weapons like Green Arrow's bow and this, which I don't know what may be. The Realm Crystal is stored safely in Borg's tower, but the Infinity Stones were destroyed. So what do you think they are? Here we can see members of the Justice League, as here we can see Wonder Woman's hair, and then here we see yellow hair, which can only mean that the original Aquaman is back and the Jason Momoa Aquaman is gone. And here we see Flash's helmet before the members are revealed to us. Here we see a helmet of Hawkman, the guy we saw in Black Adam. Finally, after hours of procrastination and some work, we come to an end of the breakdown of Brick Legacy Ninja's Crystal League. I did Crystal League as it is the longest and personally my favorite. Unlike my previous breakdown of Garden of Bricks, here I only pointed out the Easter eggs and not including two obvious references, unless the breakdown would have been like 1 hour on its own. Not really, but you get the point, right? But as you can see, the video is not ended till now, and that's because we have a surprise segment, Q&A time. So I will be asking questions to some fellow animators. We have SB Zeal, OC11 Studios, Thundermus Prime, the franchise Fanatic, and Studios. Thank you to special guests for volunteering to come here. Let's get on with the questions now. Question 1. What did you think about Crystal League?
I thought Crystal League was a pretty good movie. I honestly it's not my favorite project of his. Not that I have any issues with it. I just prefer some of like the other videos that he's done after Crystal League. That's just my preference. But I really do love it. We got to introduce a lot more newer actors and actresses into this movie, and it was a really fun time being able to do these lines. Playing as Lloyd and Cyrus, it was a great pleasure. It was nice to not just play Lloyd all the time, you know, and I'm happy as Cyrus was, even though Voss's role was minute, pretty small, but it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it, and I think every single one of the cast members, especially N, you can hear it in his Kai performance, had like the most extreme amount of fun filming this whole film. The process of acting and filming, and I think it was a good time and good fun for everyone, and it definitely sets a building ground for what to expect coming into End World. So yeah, I'm very much happy with the work that we all put our effort and heart and soul into in this project.
I think that Crystal League it's insane. It's very well done. I think that Brick Legacy Ninja, what he's able to do with the minifigures and kind of, anyone can kind of animate a minifigure, and a lot of them do it very well, but I think Brick Legacy Ninja is one of the best. I think that he does a really great job of kind of capturing that fluidity between the ninja and all the other characters. Of course, the animation, as I said, is great, but the writing is also very strong. He's able to create a very good script with really good tension, but also some genuinely funny moments. I mean, the writing here and the comedy, it's very hard to do Ninjago comedy correctly. In fact, some of the actual show isn't that great at doing it, but I think that what Brick Legacy Ninja does with the comedy is really good, very self-referential, and just very enjoyable. So yeah, I loved it. It's an hour, but it's a very good way to spend an hour for sure. I really enjoyed it.
I think Crystal League is one of the best things to come out of Brick Legacy Ninja's entire stop-motion series, as it's amazing. It's an hour-long film, and it's incredibly done. It's really, really impressive.
Question 2. What is your favorite Brick Legacy film and why?
My favorite Brick Legacy film has to be Ninjago versus Crystal League, because personally I loved how everything just came together, how everything built up from all the past movies, and just seeing the animation improvement, the time lapse, it just getting better and better, and just the films getting longer and more time duration, the effects, the voice actors. This is probably his most featured project by far. This has to be his most inclusive project, where he has a lot of people coming in, with the Justice League, having them corrupted, and just seeing these different perspectives. And I also love how he put Kai in that predicament of him going to jail and seeing how his character plays out.
If you're talking about like his movies, I guess my favorite movie would be in like Ninjago versus Avengers or Ninjago Infinity Unlimited. I just loved the whole Avengers concept, and like those are both like really nostalgic movies for me, because those were where I started watching his stuff, and I think that's where most people started watching his stuff, because I think the Ninjago versus Avengers thing was like highly trending all over YouTube at the time, and it still is. Like Ninjago versus Avengers is like, I think, his second most popular video of something, just behind Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. It's a really great film, and it's just funny because he's got everyone like there. He's got all the characters spot on, like from all the Avengers to all the ninja, like, and it's just funny because you can basically envision this would basically be the ninja and the Avengers if they did collided, and the fact that he got the Disney characters like Mickey and Goofy and like all like in his gang and their gang, like just all like kind of being the villains, is like the funniest thing for me, and I find it absolutely hilarious. So I really love the movie, and I love Ninjago Infinity Unlimited. Just like both of them are very, very nostalgic for me. That's why they're my favorites.
My favorite Brick Legacy film is Ninjago vs. Batman, because I kind of like the darker feel, sort of. I like the villain, the voice acting, the way the elemental powers are portrayed, and the action.
Question 3. What do you think about Brick Legacy's format of doing movies instead of series?
I think Legacy's format of doing movies instead of a series is interesting and unique, because a movie and writing a series is two completely different things. Because with a series, you get to have time within the span of maybe a few formatted episodes to fully complete a story, whereas in a movie you have to complete a story by the end of it within an hour, within just under like maybe over an hour or so. And whilst you may think that'd be a bit more time, no, because some episodes of a series are longer if you add them all together than a regular movie, and it's something very admirable. The fact that Legacy is able to do that and extend and manage to close the story within the same movie whilst also creating a new one and still adding more to that chapter and that saga and that arc from another movie to another that's years apart from each other. It's very, very amazing. It's amazing like how you can do that. And like, cause it's funny because a lot of big companies like Disney, DreamWorks, they can't do that with some of their movies. Like they kind of failed a little bit with Cars. They kind of failed that with Madagascar sometimes, and it's very hard to do. So the fact that Legacy, who's not a professional and is just simply a guy animating in his room, writing these scripts, doing a lot of this stuff solo. Obviously he has a few people helping him, but doing a lot of this as a big thing on his own is amazing and admirable, and it's something I think a lot more people should really rate him on, that the fact that he's able to connect all these big franchises and all these communities together with something that he wants to share to the world, his love for all these other shows. And it's amazing he's able to bring them all together in a 1 hour movie length feature, and it's just amazing. You get to see that grow as it digresses, and I absolutely love that so much.
I like it, honestly. I think it's a really, really intriguing and a really cool way of taking it. Like, nobody really does anything like that, and I think the way that Legacy does it is really, really good.
I think Brick Legacy Ninja's format of doing movies instead of a series is very good, actually, because I think he manages to put the Ninjago series format into a film very well. Like, some people would maybe struggle to put a series into a film, but he does it phenomenally.
Question 4. What do you think about Brick Legacy's improvement as he went from this to this?
Man, he's improved. Definitely. Like what I said before, with his focus and the lighting, it's just beautiful. Like if you saw his stop motion tutorial that he posted a few months ago back in 2023, it was just beautiful, man. Like he's inspired so many people. And I know Ethan Studios recently posted a video featuring him in it about the newer stop motion animators that inspire others, and he's one of those animators. He's one of those people that keep on inspiring. And within every film, his animations and his quality and films just get better and better. And with his posters, trust. He's just getting started. Honestly, with Endworld, he's just getting started. There's still more to see. I can't wait for you guys to see more. Can't say too much. Can't wait.
I think that any good content creator will improve over time. That's not to say that the original material is bad. For instance, this kind of form of entertainment, it is really difficult to do, and obviously he does improve as he goes. And going from, for example, the beginning scene that we discussed with Kai versus the Ice Warriors to now with N-World, that trailer. I mean, that little teaser we got, it's insane. I mean, he really did improve, and I think that it's a really great improvement, and it just shows how epic Lego stop motion can truly be when you get it just right, and I think he's doing that. He's been doing that.
Question 5. Why do you watch Brick Legacy stuff?
Why do I watch Brick Legacy stuff? Well, I mean, obviously, I kind of got into this when I was cast as Wu and other characters. I didn't really know a whole lot about Lego Ninjago stop motion people until then. I just did voices, and one day I was approached and I said, hey, I'll do it. And then after I recorded some dialogue, I decided, hey, I'll watch this stuff and see if it's any good. And it was amazing, and it was really cool to kind of be involved in this channel and in this world that he's building. And really, it all, like I said, started from me being asked to do a voice, and then from there it blossomed into, hey, I'm gonna watch this stuff. And thank goodness it's really great, because man, I like to watch his content, and I can't wait to see what he does in the future.
I watch Brick Legacy stuff for inspiration, because I like them, and yeah.
I watch his films because I genuinely enjoy them, and I genuinely enjoy watching me play my part as Kai and seeing how all my friends from the community band together, and just, it's always great seeing a Ninjago stop motion come together, because a lot of the time nowadays, our lives are getting busier, and especially Legacy, he's he just turned 19, so his life is just, packed with, student loans, everything, college. So he is it's just amazing with the time management and everything. As soon as he posted Crystal League, he already released 2 projects within the next 3 months. With the Christmas Carol, with the Time Twins, and Endworld.
And now for the exclusive questions for the members of Brick Legacy's crew: SB Zeal, the franchise Fanatic, Thundermus Prime, and N Studios. But just before I continue, I want to say that I would really appreciate it if you would leave a like and a comment below and subscribe, as it takes extremely long making videos like this. Back with the questions. Question 1. What is it like working with Brick Legacy?
Working with Legacy, he's actually very chill. It's actually one of the best things to work with him. I've worked with many directors in the past, many people, and Legacy is one of the very few people that I really do love working with, because he's a genuinely sweet and down-to-earth dude. He doesn't treat any of his cast members, he doesn't treat any of us like we're just his employees, we have to work for him, we have to, do this, do that, and get this done, blah, 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 or we'll cast you. No, it's not like that. He talks to us like we're his equals. He talks to us like we're his friends. He talks to us, he's not even just there to talk about his projects. He doesn't do that. He's not a selfish guy. If you talk with him, he'll talk with you normally like a friend. That's just it. And if you're ever feeling down about something, if you need help on anything, it's not even just have to be in animation, but it could be in terms of in life. If you want to vent to something about him, he'll listen to you and he'll give you advice. It's genuine friendship. And that's what I love working with him, because it doesn't feel like I'm working with anyone that needs me on the occasion of lines, and then they don't need me again until they ask you for another set of lines. Legacy, I can talk to as a friend, and we just laugh and chuckle, and we have just absolutely fun with each other. It's just it's great, it's real and it's natural. Nothing about the friendship, nothing about work feels like work. It feels like we're all having fun, and that's what I really love, because it tells Legacy cares to make a genuine connection with his not just his fans, but with his cast members, and I really, really do love that about him. And I think I speak for everyone when I say, everyone in the cast, at least, that I can say, was that he's honestly one of the best human beings I think you will ever meet on this planet, and it's very hard to keep and maintain that. It's very hard for a lot of animators these days, and I really envy that, because there's a lot of big animators that are like up to his level, or like a bit higher, bigger animators, bigger well-known animators, that are kind of a bit egotistical as they get bigger. Like, they don't really care and want to pay attention to their fans. They'll neglect them and ignore them. Legacy doesn't do that. He's one of the people that doesn't do that. He doesn't like ignoring his fandom. He doesn't like doing any of that. He wants to be interactive, and he wants to be active also amongst his crew as well. And he respects us, and he truly like treats us like we're his own, like I guess you could say, his own siblings. So I really do love that about him. That's the pleasure I have working with him.
Brick Legacy Ninja's a really, really good director. He's very patient, he's very kind, and he's a really, really great person to work for. I've loved my time.
Question 2. Do you like being in Brick Legacy's crew, and why?
I honestly love being in his crew. So being a part of his crew has just been amazing. And within each and every film, we all evolve. And sometimes I even watch, I often go back a lot of times to watch Ninjago versus Batman, and mostly Ninjago versus Crystal League, in preparation for Ninjago Endworld. You know what I'm saying? It's an amazing franchise that he's created, and I just keep on getting better and better and improving, and the films just keep on getting better and more funnier, and it's just worth the while. Overall, it's just fun. We keep on creating new things. He allows us to have creativity and meet new people, and it's just beautiful.
I love it. This is one of my personal favorite crews, as it is not only with a lot of my good friends, but it's also with people that I've actually loved to talk with, and a couple of people have actually inspired myself. But yeah, I've absolutely loved it.
I love being a part of the crew. I think that, obviously I can do a lot of the voices, but I think working with other voice actors, not really working with, but hearing what they have to say and hearing their dialogue. I mean, a lot of the voice actors in this are very talented. They're very good at what they do. And they hit the right spots and they hit the right notes where they need to. Of course, like I said, the writing is fantastic. It's really easy to record these scripts and all that. And again, he's very responsive. He's a very, good Ninjago creator to work with here. And like I said, I was very glad to be asked to do the voices. And just working with him in general is very good, and I can't wait to see what we do in the future. But yeah, I love watching it. I love doing the stuff. I love watching the stuff. It's all really good stuff. I really enjoy it.
And with that, we end this video. It was a blast making this video, collaborating with all the creators, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please consider subscribing and liking the video. I really want to hit 200 subs. Thank you for watching. See ya.
Ninjago versus Crystal League.